right, so now we're gonna do the muscles of the thigh and leg. And so we'll start off up here inside the pelvis. If we look inside the iliac fossa there, you have the iliacus muscle. And then right next to that, you have the psoas major, okay? We got those two muscles there. Then we want to come down into the leg, and we're going to use kind of a reference point again. And the reference point here, we're going to use this muscle, this long muscle here. It's actually the longest muscle in the body. It's called the sartorius, okay? Let's go around the front side first. When we come to the, so we're on the medial side here, right? We're going to go laterally. So we've got the, on the medial side, we've got the vastus medialis, okay? Then we have the rectus femoris, and then we have the vastus lateralis, okay? If we keep going, we end up hitting the iliotibial tract or iliotibial band. And if you go to the top of that, you can see this muscle right here. It's called the tensor fasciae latae, okay? And so that takes care of the muscles running in this direction, okay? If we go the other direction, we'll start with the sartorius again, okay? If we go right up here in the corner, right by the pubic bone there, that little muscle in there is called pectineus. And then we're gonna keep going towards the medial side. So we're gonna have this one here right next to the sartorius, that's called the adductor longus. And it's more than what we can see on the model. It's gonna go longer than that, but that's where we're seeing it. And then we go next to that, right on the very, very medial aspect of the leg, this is called the gracilis. And then if we go past that, we end up with adductor magnus, which is actually underneath this as well. So it's a very big, broad muscle, but we can see it right there, adductor magnus, okay? Now, we're gonna keep going, we hit the hamstrings. Now this one we gotta really make sure we can see. You have, on the medial aspect of the leg, you have the semimembranosus and tendinosus are the two muscles of the medial hamstring. And so this is the semitendinosus, and you can see peeking out the sides there, you can see the semimembranosus. So the tendinosus is laying on top of the semimembranosus, okay? So we see that there, semimembranosus right in through here, pretty well visualized on the side here as well. If we keep going, we hit the lateral hamstrings, and this is called the biceps femoris, okay? And that takes care of those muscles. We've got a few more to cover here. We're gonna go back up to the glutes. So we have the gluteus maximus right here. And then while the gluteus maximus is on, you can still see some of the gluteus medius sticking out. But we're gonna go ahead and pull that off. And now you can fully see the gluteus medius. And then we're gonna use this little nerve here as our indicator. This is the sciatic nerve. That's gonna help us know that this muscle that lays on top of it is called the piriformis muscle. So when that tightens up, you get the sciatica. And so this is piriformis. And that should take care of all the muscles of the thigh. Let's move down to the lower leg here. Okay, we'll start off looking at the tibia here. If we go just lateral to the tibia, this muscle is called the tibialis anterior, sometimes called the anterior tibialis. If we go lateral to that, we have the extensor digitorum longus. Remember the extensor digitorum in the forearm, this is the longus, okay? And then if we go to the lateral side, we've got a muscle that lies on top and one that it's lying on top of. The one on top is called the fibularis longus or peroneus longus. The one underneath there, okay, is called the peroneus brevis or fibularis brevis. And then we have two more. If we look at the calf group, we have the gastrocnemius, or the two heads, okay? And then if we look from the side, you can see the muscle deep to that shares the tendon, the Achilles or calcaneal tendon, with the gastrocnemius is the soleus. And you can see it on this side as well. We can also pull off one of the heads here. Let's see if I can get it off. All right, so finally got that off. So this right here, underneath, if we look at the gastrocnemius, beneath or deep to it, we have the soleus. So this gives a nice visualization of the soleus muscle. That takes care of the muscles in the lower leg. So we covered the muscles in both the thigh and the leg. That should take care of the lower extremity. So that takes care of all the muscles in the upper and lower extremity. Stay strong. See you next time. Let me know if you have any questions.